It felt really great, and especially just for me to be out there. I've really missed just playing volleyball in front of Husker Nation. And I think overall we were all really looking forward to this match. It was really fun to get to come out here in Kearney and play at UNK. I think we all really appreciated the facilities and how amazing they were, hosting us. So it was really cool to come out here and play in this environment.
How does the ankle foot feel today?
Yeah, it's all great. It doesn't really bother me at all anymore. It's still just a little bit of a cankle just from some scarring, but otherwise I'm pretty much all healed.
Can you put into words just what this journey's been like for you up until this point?
Yeah, it's been super tough and challenging. I would say it definitely was rough while we were still in season, because that was kind of at the point where it still was I was in a lot of pain on top of the fact that I wasn't getting to play volleyball. So I think ever since coming back from winter break has been just a step in the right direction every week. Me and Jolene and Brian have set weekly goals of what I'm trying to do as far as jumping and moving and doing all of that stuff. So there really hasn't been a week where I haven't met a goal or improved on that. So it's been really cool seeing that progression this spring.
It feels like it doesn't matter the city, but every year the spring match, it just continues to show out. What does it mean for the spring match just to draw so many people that you guys give back across the state of Nebraska?
I think it's really special, and it really shows how many people all over the state of Nebraska care about this university, not just kind of the metro area of Omaha and Lincoln. It's the whole state, and I feel sometimes people forget about that, especially because of the way population works, So I think it's really cool just to come, even if it's not even out in western Nebraska, just come closer to central Nebraska and just see the environment, see everybody that cares so much, and play in a setting that isn't Bob, but they try to make it seem like Bob as much as possible. We bring our court, we do everything, we have refs, make it feel as game-like and as real a season as possible, so that those people that don't typically get to see us get that experience.
ESPN doing the E60 special on you guys, pretty cool, even though you've had lots of media attention like that, but how cool is that for you guys to experience?
I think it's really cool, especially because, those sorts of documentaries go down in the record books, they're never forgotten, and there'll always be, some sort of E60 page quote or showing us and our program, and it's not those things just get put away in a filing cabinet, they're broadcasted everywhere. So to have that sort of special attention on top of what, we already get, which is really special as a women's college athlete program, will be really cool to see the final product.
How do you think Sky handled her first match?
I think she did a great job. I think Sky and Liv have both been super, super amazing. They're troopers this spring, especially coming out with just the two of them. That can be really daunting, especially coming back to a team that has 10 returners, I think. So I think they did a really great job, and I think they're really special kids. I really love them, and they got great personalities. They blended in just perfectly with us, so they're really awesome.
John said you're 75% of where you were prior to the injury too. We talked earlier this spring, you said you're still working on your vertical. Mm-hmm. How close are you to where your potential is?
I don't know. I feel I'm working on it every spring, and I feel I haven't reached my ceiling yet. I hope that I still haven't. I don't know where it is, but I keep working every day, in the gym, in the weight room, regardless, because eventually the ultimate goal is to get even further than I was before my injury. So it's just a matter of, coming in and working every day and understanding that I'm only going to be as good as I push myself to be. So it's going to be up to me, really.
Last year was interesting because you had such a young team,
Mm-hmm.
and now as you're all continuing to evolve together, how, is there any difference in your mind as as you're now stepping into a more veteran team? Because you just said, you have 2 newcomers, but so many veterans now.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about the chain of Nebraska Volleyball and us being a really great and strong chain, all linked with one another. And so we've also talked about this team and returning so many people, and so many of our starting lineup from last year with people with experience. It's really about not getting complacent and understanding that it gets harder every year, and no matter, just because we did it last year doesn't mean we're going to be able to do it this year. And even though we return, however many players that we did last year, we still have to be constantly evolving. So just because what we did last year is not going to be what works this year, and we have to find our identity and our culture as a different team, even when we have 4 players that are different.
Final questions for Lindsay?
And I know this is just an exhibition, but it felt like there was a fire under you guys when you came out of the gate. Just how do you guys bring an intensity to a match like this to show what this team is made of?
I think it's just really special for us because we know that there's people in here watching us that have never watched us play before, so I think we always keep that in mind and wanting to make it special for every single person there, because just because this isn't a regular match, I think it's just kind of the culture of Nebraska Volleyball that we're going to show up and we're going to show out and put on a show for everybody watching. Doesn't matter who we're playing or what time of year it is. If there's a ref and we're on a court, you're going to see Nebraska Volleyball.
what stood out to you when the bus pulled up this afternoon before the match and these people were lined up?
Yeah, so it was crazy that they were already lined up. I had no idea what time the doors actually opened, but I was not surprised at all that they were lined up, especially because once I found out that it was kind of like GA, general admission for where you could sit. But I thought it was so cool. I really wonder what time they started lining up. I don't know, but I mean, it was exactly what I expected in the cheering and the videos, the high fives. You know, that's just what Husker Nation's about.
Thanks, Lindsay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.